Okay, so this video is a bit like impromptu. This is something that I thought about today because I was planning to film the look that I am having on right now, and this look should already be live on my channel. I will leave that up in the card so that you can have a peek at it. But I was thinking, like, when I was planning to film this look, I was like, if I hadn't been sent this brand as PR, I would have never been able to try this formula because I had actively chosen not to purchase it. Sometimes we get things as like creators in PR from brands that we are like, if this wasn't sent to me as PR, I would have bought it myself. Like the Just My Luck palette from Colourpop. I got that sent to me, the green one, the £9 one. Got that sent to me as PR, but I would have purchased that one if it wasn't for like, if they hadn't sent it to me. And also there's another category of PR where you are being sent things as PR that you have already tried and already loved, and the reason that they're sending you this in PR is because they know that you have tried it and loved it. And then there's also the third category when it comes to PR that is that you actually hadn't heard of before they introduced it to you, and you are intrigued and you accept it. That's like, I would say those are the three categories of PR that I get. Most of it is like things that I would have bought with my own money, or things from brands that I already know I love and they send it to me because they know I love it, like single shadows from some indie brands, or you know, stuff like that. But these are 5 things that I knew that they were out there, and I've actively chosen not to purchase them because I didn't think that they were for me. But now that I have them, now that I got them sent to me as PR, I was like, huh, I actually love you. And I would have never known if this wasn't sent to me. And I think that for 3 of these 5 items, it's because I didn't really know what the product was about. And for 2 of them, it's that I thought I knew what the product was about, but I was not like, I knew what it was about, I just didn't know that it was that good. And for the other 3, it's like I thought I knew what kind of formula it was, but I was so mistaken. Let's start talking about the thing that I was thinking of, because the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the Deep Sea Luster palette by Kaleidos Cosmetics, because I am wearing this one, one of the new palettes today. This is Futurism 2, the bronze one. I am in the middle of filming looks with this, but I should already be done when you're watching this, so like I said, it's going to be up in the eye. I had talked about this palette on my new makeup releases, going on the wishlist or not, and I said, you know what, I don't think that this palette is for me. It didn't look like, let me see if I can show you, it didn't look like it was super exciting. I just didn't think that this palette was for me. But here's the thing, I just didn't know what this palette was. This palette is spectacular. It is one of the eyeshadow palettes that has surprised me the most in like the different kinds of formulas. Such a nice palette. I love this palette. It has some duochromes, it has some glitters, it has some toppers, it has some satin, some metallics. It has the only thing I said with this palette that wasn't like ideal was that there were only like 4 mattes, and only one of them was like a more colorful matte, but they have fixed that for the newer palettes. And I mean, most people do love something like this, like some cooler tones and then just a bunch of really fun shimmers and metallics, and then this Magikarp one, which is a very bright and beautiful burnt orange matte. This is spectacular palette, and I saw pictures of this and I thought I knew what this palette was about, but I had no clue. And when they asked if they could send this to me, I was actually like, oh, I talked about that one, do I really want that one? And oh boy, I am so happy I accepted this one, because it is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is amazing. So if I hadn't accepted that PR, if I didn't like think that I was gonna give them a chance, I would have never discovered how amazing this brand's eyeshadow formula is. Because ooh, I thought by seeing pictures of this palette that I knew what this palette was about, but I had no clue whatsoever. I have reviewed this palette, I will put that up in the eye as well. And since then they have released 3 this plastic is coming out. 3 smaller palettes, and these are just so beautiful. Like, look at this, and this like a magnet, and it opens up like I showed you before. 3 little small palettes like this, and I just feel like this brand is really onto something, and I'm so happy that I gave it a chance, because I honestly think that these palettes are some of my favorites now in my collection, and I just didn't think it would be. How stupid of me, but I didn't think it would be. Another thing that I had totally made up my mind about that I didn't want, and this is from the Swedish brand Makeup Store, and they asked me if they could send me some PR, and I have just written Makeup Store off. I didn't think that it was an exciting brand, and I think I know I based my view on this brand on the things that they did 15 years ago when I used to buy from them. And I was like, stop it, Angie, you can't judge this brand based on like what happened 15 years ago. So I accepted some PR, and I tried this soft touch foundation. I mix vanilla with cream. This is now one of my favorite foundations. This is beautiful. This is, yeah, it's a soft touch, because it's like, it's not what I have on today, so I don't know why I'm touching my skin. It's stupid. It's beautiful on the skin. It's a bit of a thicker foundation, like thicker foundation, but it's like medium coverage. It looks beautiful on the skin, and it lasts for forever. I've worn this foundation to 2 like events lately when I knew that I was going to be out and about for a really long time. Yesterday I was in Stockholm for press week, and I put this foundation on at 5 in the morning, and I came home at 10 in the evening, and it still looked okay. It was a bit like, it looked a bit dry. I could have used a mist during the day, and it had settled a bit around my nose, but you know what? It looked pretty okay. It looked really, really okay for being on for that long, and I'm so happy that I gave this a chance, because I was like, you know what, I'm not all about Makeup Store. I don't think I like that brand, but I didn't know anything because I based it on the views I had on the brand 15 years ago, and that was just stupid. So I thought I wasn't gonna be all about this, but I ended up really liking this, and I've been wearing this foundation a lot. I think it's really, really, really good. Another thing that I thought I knew what these were, but I had no clue, and that was the Jelly Much eyeshadows by Colourpop. I got this one sent to me first. This is the one that's called Origami. They are basically like a screw lid like this, and then this one says keep me, because if you don't, it's gonna dry out. It has a bit of a thing that you lift it up, if I can. Come on. And then the Jelly Much shadow is in here. This is the one that's like a really yellowy gold. It's super, super, super pretty. And I thought that this was going to be pretty lackluster. I thought that this wasn't going to be... I thought that this wasn't going to be opaque. I thought that this was going to crease. I didn't think that this was going to be filling a gap in my collection. But you know what? I adore these. I bought this one, the one that's called Morning Light. I have a video on how to use these. This is Morning Light. It's so beautiful. And this is one of the newer ones. This is called Into Focus. It's a really pretty green one. I used this as a liner in one of my like pretty recent videos, and I didn't know what these were about. I had no clue. I didn't think I was going to be able to use them the way I did. You can use them as liners, you can use them to cut the crease, you can use them as eyeshadows, you can even blend them a bit and just make it one eyeshadow look with these. These are so nice, and they are not what I thought they were going to be, but I love them now. I really do, and I look forward to owning more colors. I think they're so great. And another thing from, I knew that these existed, but I had no plan of getting any of them, and I just thought that they weren't going to be for me. Same with these So Juicy ones. Like, I knew that these came out by Colourpop, but I had no intention in picking any of these up. But Colourpop sent a couple of these to me, and I love them. Oh, I love them. I'm obsessed. They're so like thick and glass-like. They make your lips look so juicy and lovely, and they're thick so they stay on the lips for a really long time, which is a really good thing. But they don't, you know, you don't get strings between your lip. Nobody wants that, but they're just so nice, and they're very pepperminty, so they're very cooling on the lips, and that is also, I'm guessing, what's making them be called plumping gloss, is the pepperminty feeling. And I really love these. I think they're so good. I've been using them so much since I got these, and there is one that's more orange than this, if I'm not mistaken. That's like actually a bright orange, and I kind of want it. This is the one that's for the cloud. I think there is one that's more orange. I might be mistaken, but yeah, I'm kind of eyeing other colors because I think they're so good. Another lip formula that I thought I knew what these were, and I saw these come out. These are the NYX Candy Slicks, and I thought that these were just going to be glosses, and I was like, I don't need to get that, but I really do like the NYX like lip products, so I should have known better. I should have known that these were going to be good. These smell very, yeah, they smell like candy. They smell like yummy, like fruit candy. I like these three nude colors the best. It's Sugar Coated Kiss, Cream Bee, and S'more Please. S'more Please is my favorite. It's not exactly this color. Let me put this out. It's a bit more, maybe you can see a bit more pinky brown. It's not as cool tone as the packaging, but it's still very, very pretty. These are like a mix. I've said this before. They're also a bit cooling on the lips. They're not thick. They're very watery or balmy. They're like a mix between a more watery gloss, like a non-sticky gloss, and a balm. And they, like, I don't want to say they dry down, but they go on glossy on the lips and then non-streaky, at least according to me. And then they just, I don't want to say dry down, but they set down to more of a satin feeling, and they leave a bit of a tint behind, so they wear off very pretty. So comfortable on the lips. They're just beautiful, juicy, almost natural looking lips, and I was so surprised by these. I think these are so good. So if you're looking for something that sounds like what I described, which sounds very weird to be honest, but yeah, do check these out. They're actually really, really, really pretty, and from what I know, at least from here in Sweden, I'm guessing it's the same in US, you can get NYX pretty affordable. Like they usually have like either coupons or sales, or like buy 3 pay for 2. I mean, they have stuff like that here in Sweden as well. And yeah, those are the things that I had written off. I knew they existed, I just had actively chosen not to pick them up, and then I had the opportunity to try them in PR, and I love them. And that just happens sometimes. And I guess maybe for you, if you're not a creator watching this, maybe for you it happened if you got something as a gift that you had just like not intended to pick up for yourself. Let me know if that has happened to you, that you tried something that you had decided that you did not want, and then you ended up loving it. Like, let me know down below, because I'd love to hear about it. And if you are a creator, I'd love to hear if there's anything that you have received either as a gift or in PR that you had totally written off, you knew you weren't gonna like it, and then you tried it and you kind of had to change your mind. Because yeah, I thought this was something really fun to film, because I knew I had some things in the back of my head that I've been really loving recently, and I just didn't think I was gonna. But that was everything for this video. I hope you liked it. Let me know some things down in the comments. Like I said, I read all of my comments and I try to answer as many of them as possible. It's been a bit hectic lately, but I'm doing the best I can. I will see you in my next video though. I do film quite a lot of videos, so it's gonna be either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay, bye!